Hi, everybody. It's Ananda Leek here with the Thriving Mindfully Academy. And today I wanted to share some poetry that celebrates this quality of joy. And joy has become a priority for me. It is a self care priority every day for me to seek out ways to experience joy. One of the ways that I'm experiencing joy is with my blue lipstick. That's right. My blue lipstick brings me so much joy. And as they say in France, joie de vivre. It's the joy of living. My blue glasses, my sparkly sweatshirt, all of that brings me joy. Another thing that brings me joy is remembering the gifts that I've been given and how important it is to share my gifts with others. One of those gifts happens to be my book, That Which Awakens Me. And That Which Awakens Me is a mindful creativity memoir that details my journey from young lawyer and investment banker to the creative mindfulness entrepreneur that I've become in my art, in my wellness company, as well as just in being who I am, y'all, and thriving mindfully. So, without further ado, I wanted to share this poem entitled Joy, the Psalm of Our Lives from That Which Awakens Me. And joy has become a self care practice for me. It is something that I seek out on a daily basis, and I encourage you to seek it out as well. Here's the poem Joy, the Psalm of Our Lives. Joy is everywhere when your heart is open, willing, and receptive. Joy is everywhere when your eyes can see clearly. Joy is everywhere when your mind is uncluttered and your words, thoughts, intentions, emotions, and actions manifest righteously. Joy is everywhere when you understand that God, you, everyone, and everything in this glorious universe are your divine, loving soulmates, your kindred spirits, your honored teachers of higher consciousness, your wonderful comrades in the playground of life. Joy is everywhere when you say yes to every experience, no matter what it looks or feels like. Joy is everywhere when you shine light. Joy is everywhere when you heal. Joy is everywhere when you decide to be whole. Joy is everywhere when you show up as peace. Joy is everywhere when you forgive, when you're patient, when you trust, when you are still and know that God is in charge and on the scene, working things out as they should be. Joy is everywhere when you seek God's wisdom before making decisions. Joy is everywhere when you breathe. Joy is everywhere when you practice yoga, when you pray, you meditate. Joy is everywhere when you release things, people, and experiences that no longer serve your highest good. Joy is everywhere when you affirm divine order. Joy is everywhere when you decide to dream big and live out your big dreams. Joy is everywhere when you salute your own divinity and the divinity of others by saying namaste. Joy is everywhere when you create, when you listen, when you bless, when you give thanks. Joy is everywhere when you praise, you learn, you teach, you rest, when you laugh and have fun, when you're humble. Joy is everywhere when you think, speak, and act from a center of loving truth, when you have faith, when you expect the best, when you are calm in the midst of strife. Joy is everywhere when you declare your divine abundance, when you reach out to help and serve, when you smile, when you give, when you receive, when you have courage to live freely in the Spirit. Joy is everywhere when you allow yourself to be God's holy vessel, when you give God the glory. Joy is everywhere when you are, have been, and will be. Joy is everywhere when you choose love instead of fear, knowing love is God within and God within is all we have, want, and need. It is the bond that allows us to experience oneness with each other, humanity, nature, and Mother Earth. It flows like a river through our universe as divine community when we all release our agendas and surrender our way of doing for God's way of being. Joy is everywhere in all these things and so much more. Joy is simply the psalm of our lives. Thank you so much for listening to my poem. May you and I and all of us continue to embrace thriving mindfully in everything that we think, feel, say, and do. And before I let you go, I want to remind you, if you are looking for resources on how to practice mindfulness, self-care, and wellness in ways that help you navigate change and become resilient, go to the Thriving Mindfully Academy at anandaleek.com/academy. Check out the books that I've written: Love's Troubadours, a yoga-inspired novel; That Which Awakens Me, a mindful creativity memoir, as well as Digital Sisterhood, a mindful technology memoir, at anandaleek.com/books. Go to the Thriving Mindfully podcast if you're looking for tips and tools and meditation and all kinds of resources on mindfulness, self-care, and wellness. You can go to soundcloud.com/Ananda-Leek. There are over 100 episodes waiting for you. Thanks again for tuning in. And as always, namaste, y'all.